All right, here we are for another episode of All Things Radio. We are going to compare the TIDRADIO H3 to the Quansheng UVK5. One of my main things I like about my Quansheng is the size of the radio. It is somewhat bigger than the H3. So I still like the H3. I have used it quite a bit, just in theory, just using it. I just giving it a fighting chance. It has worked good for everything that I wanted it to, and it has been unlocked through all this. And I just realized that the menu allows you to unlock 500 megahertz, 350 megahertz, and 200 megahertz. On the Quansheng radio, the one thing that I do like about the Quansheng radio is which you have to do some updates to it for it to do this, but you can have a channel name as well as you can have the frequency at the same time. As far as the menu settings, they're all really close now where I have played with the firmware. The only thing that I did notice about this one is if you have 220 megahertz in your area, which I do not, just like that, where this does not work on 220 megahertz. Oh, it does work on 220 megahertz. The battery life is about the same. You can leave the backlight on all the time. It stays on, which when I'm driving in a vehicle, I do like it being on. One feature, or actually there's two features that I like about this radio right here. One of them is you push the talk here and here. So this is your top frequency, which is GMRS3 on this radio. And the other one is the bottom frequency, which is 350 megahertz. I do like that. Push the talk on the bottom frequency and top frequency. I do like that. The Bluetooth capabilities of this one is cool. You gotta have the little programmer to go in. You gotta have a little programmer to go on the side here and everything. It does it from the radio to the phone without anything being in between it. So what I'm probably going to do with this radio is probably going to go in my SAR backpack. But as far as any major differences, it's the Bluetooth and the double PTT. I like that. I still like this radio better because of the size difference. As far as like battery life and everything, they are really close to being even. You won't go wrong with either radio. You like to tinker around with firmware, I would go Quansheng. They may have some firmware out for the HT eventually. They do not right now that I know of. They may have some that I don't know of yet. If you want a radio that's ready to go out of the box, get this one. If you like to tinker, like to play with firmware, get the Quansheng. You Bluetooth on this one, double PTT. You have more frequency allocations on this one. So, just all depends on what you want, I guess. So what I like is this one because of the size. So that's my comparison of the two radios. You make your decisions. So there is a coupon code for the H3 that'll be in my descriptions. There's a link that will go over to TIDRADIO for the H3, and so if you use my coupon code, you can save up to 10%. All right, so that's another episode of All Things Radio. Thank you for watching, and God bless you. We'll see you on the next one.